So now we'll go ahead and solve some problems using the p-value method to determine our conclusion. Now in part 2, in video 8.2, part 2, we had already solved the problem where we were testing if the mean height of male LBCC students is different from 69 inches. And in part 2, we found a test statistic of 1.41 and we failed to reject H0 based on our critical value. We used alpha was 0.01 to find that critical value. So now, if instead of using that method, if we were to use the p-value method, what we do is we start by looking up our test statistic. So we're going to look up 1.41 on the edge of the table. Before, when we did the critical value, you go inside the table for that value. But when we're on the edge, we're going to get 0.9207. But remember, we want the area to the closest tail. And 0.9207 can't be our closest tail because if you were in the middle and went to your closest tail, you get 0.5, and this is greater than that. So we must do 1 minus 0.9207, and that calculates to a p-value of 0.0793. But remember, since we were going with the alternate hypothesis that the value, the mean, was different, we had a two-tailed test. So therefore, we have to double our p-value. Multiplying 0.0793 by 2, we get 0.1586. So comparing this p-value to alpha, we decide that 1586 is not less than 0.01, and therefore we're going to fail. We fail to reject H0, which is the same conclusion we had come to when we used the critical value. Remember, the p-value should never change your outcome. It's just a different path to get to the same destination.